Hello and welcome to the ACT2, the second All Civilizations 1 vs 1 AI tournament and Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. I'm your host Wizwag, and today it's time for the Grand Finals. The last two civilizations in the tournament fighting for the ACT trophy and of course bragging rights. But before we get into this hopefully exciting series, we will have a show match actually. And even before that, I have quite a few announcements to make. This is a big day and there's some big things coming. So first of all, let me get this up. We have a Discord server now. Quick tour, just welcome announcements. You can you have all the resources in here, all the links you need for all the tournament action, small talk channel, and of course discussion channels for all the different tournaments and other formats. Stats and data, I will come to that soon. And of course ideas and feedback. If you have anything you want to add or suggest, this is the place. And of course some voice channels for maybe multiplayer or lobbying, or even if I have a co-commentator someday, maybe this could be the place. So yeah, that is set up for now. If you want to join, !Discord in chat or in the description on YouTube, of course. So yeah, that's the first little news. And window. And secondly, we will have two new and unique tournament formats going from now. The next one will probably be a 2 vs 2 Imperial Wars tournament. We will see a game of this in the show match later. And the second one is a last standing, an action-packed all-for-all format similar to a battle royale, and the matches we have already seen in the preliminaries. So there you will have up to 8 civilizations on their own on one map, battling it out, and depending on your placement, you get points. So if you get first, you get the maximum points. If you get last, you will receive no points, and over multiple rounds those points add up, and then you go on to the next rounds and so on. We experimented with that in the preliminaries in a very small format, but now it gets its own tournament, so we can split up all the different settings and keep it streamlined, and of course have more content and variety. For the 2v2 or Imperial Wars tournament, I will show that if we get there. Now the next one is a big one. This is the official AoE AI datasheet. We have worked all week on this. It's already massive, but we also worked our sweat off on this. Just 2 guys. I created it, and I received help from actually a fan of AoE AI who offered me to help with some of the formulas in those sheets. And it's not ready yet for the public. I won't share it just yet, but it has enough to give you a quick demo tour. So this is the overview or dashboard with pretty much all the relevant or info you need on first sight. We have highest win rates, lowest win rates, top 5 ranked. That's something I will explain later. Of course, we have all the resources again for all Yeah, for all the links, YouTube, Twitch, and all that. We have recent games in 1 versus 1, and of course recent game in other formats. Those are just for testing purposes. They haven't happened yet, but all these happened. And of course some general statistics like how many tournaments we have hosted, how many games. We have over 200 games now, total time 72 hours, highest viewer count 5. We are getting there. And yeah, a little quote down there, you can read that if it's when it's out. And of course, lastly, some miscellaneous information. That's head-to-head record will help me casting. Like, for example, we have the Malians. Oh, and like that, Malians versus Incas now. And we can see those two have never faced each other. They have no record. So we cannot make predictions, but if we take, for example, Celts versus Incas, Celts lead 3-1 in tournaments, ranked, I will explain that later. And yeah, let's go to the next sheet. This is just a quick demo tour. Of course, I will zoom in a little bit and go back now. Quick look again. Win rates, highest win rates, all these data points. Yeah, next sheet is tournaments. Just an overview of all the tournaments we had so far. Only 2 now. The first one was back in 2020 already. We have some fun little statistics like how many total games in this tournament, the average game length in the tournament, of course the shortest and longest games. Quite interestingly, we have broken both records in this tournament by quite a bit. 6 minutes 18 seconds is the shortest game in this tournament on overall. It's pretty insane. And 56 minutes is the longest game actually. So yeah, just something to keep track of. And now this is the most important sheet in this whole project. The matches, all the official matches, everything is in here, and their outcomes with additional information like semi-final, best of 5, the game length, of course, who won. We need that one. And yeah, all these track the 1 versus 1 games, because yeah, that's self-explanatory. I don't have to show any more of that, but it's relevant for the next sheet, and that's the civilizations sheet. And this one, this is where the magic happens. So we take all the information we get from the match sheet and do some statistics and calculations, and yeah, like I said, magic in there. We got all the win rates from the different civilizations. Like we see, the Incas have a 71% win rate out of 21 games. That's completely bonkers. Like the Huns only have 25%. I think there was one lower. We have a few 0%, but they either haven't played that many games or haven't played at all. And now this is a thing that will come too in the future. So additionally to all the tournaments, we will have something else completely going on simultaneously, and that's the ranked matchmaking for the AIs. So it will work just like your regular matchmaking multiplayer. The thing is, all the tournaments are completely or purposely designed around to be as entertaining as possible. So fast games, fast-paced games without pretty much any downtime, action-packed, unique settings. But we haven't those classic games that give a little bit more overview or insight into some relevant statistics on some tournament settings. Maybe some civilizations have a disadvantage in there, like some naval this and all that. But ranked will be going on simultaneously, just a few days in the week. All the tournaments will be held on the weekends, and the ranked games will be held throughout the week, depending on where. Those streams will be way more casual, but because these games take a whole lot of more time, like we just showed you, the shortest game is 6 minutes, and that's not feasible for classic games, quote unquote, or ranked games. Those can take hours. So yeah, that will be going on, and for that, we're to have it soon out. We have ranked divisions, wood, stone, gold, master, and grandmaster, for the elo respectively, and the calculations will be done like this. I came up with this. So if you, for example, are in the stone division, or the first div is in stone division, and the other one is in masters, we have a division gap, like how many steps we have to take to the next division. That's a division gap of 2. So we go in here, and if you win this game, you get 15 points. If you lose it, only 9. You get like either a penalty or an advantage, depending on if you lose or win, from the base points. So if it's just if those are in the same or just one apart division, it's 12. That's the base points. And yeah, those go into the elo calculation. It's like an Age of Empires. All start with 1000 points. That should be good, and over time we will see who goes up the ranks and down. Can we get a grandmaster in this setting? So no games played yet, but it's all set up for now. And of course, average game length of all these civilizations. Some other things are missing for now. That's why I don't open up this yet for the public. But as soon as this whole sheet is done, yeah, it's open for the public, and you can take a look around, see if you can catch any funny statistics or interesting statistic. And of course, this is just the setup for what's to come in the future. We already have over 200 games in here, but yeah, that's just the beginning. And of course, other matches, but those won't be tracked in this one. It's just to have it and see what's going on. And here's some data for data validation. Nothing too interesting. So yeah, that's the sheet. Let me zoom out and see the dashboard in its whole glory. Yeah, that's pretty like a whole website just in this Google sheet. Of course, inspired by AoE stats.io, but I always find stuff like that interesting. And maybe it's even a best case useful for the developers of AoE or those who work on the AI in the long run. I don't know, but either way, it will help with commentary. I like color commentary with some obscure stats like, oh, look at that. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. So that's the quick demo tour of this AoE AI datasheet. And now we go on to the... No, we're... Actually, we're done. I had some talking points listed down, but I have talked about everything we need to know. The next point would have been the ranked games, but we already talked about that, and the schedule. So tournaments on the weekends and more casual laid-back streams with the ranked games throughout the week, sporadically, of course. So yeah, there's lots of new content coming away. Again, we have a Discord server, exclamation point Discord in chat, or the link, or it's in the description. So with that out of the way, let's go right into our 2 versus 2 Imperial Wars showcase match. Right, it's a lobby. This will be the setting for the next tournament. It's 2 versus 2, and the crux of it is all civilizations start in the Imperial Age. And the funny thing about this is it's basically unique units wars, and of course team bonuses team bonuses matter now. There could be some interesting synergies together with the unique units. Of course, this game can be over in 5 minutes and completely uninteresting now. But in the long run, I have tested quite a few games. It could be very fun to see how all these civilizations with their unique units play out in a tournament setting. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Yeah, map is Cenotes. I have tested also quite a few different maps. I like this the best, together with Socotra. Socotra, that's the main tournament map because it's fairly balanced and offers some fast-paced games, because on wider maps or larger maps it takes forever to get going. There's often 20 minutes nothing happening. So yeah, it's all designed and purposely selected. So yeah, let's get into our match. Those 4 civilizations are the top 4 of the last tournament. They aren't the top 4 in this tournament, but yeah, I just selected them to give them some show light, and yeah, let's go. I have talked enough already, but exciting stuff coming in our way. Let's see, hopefully we get kind of an interesting match. All the matches I have played were kind of fun. And of course we are here to experiment and see what the AI can do. And maybe we can sometime later with these specific AI tournament settings make a tournament with real players and see how they would play it out, because it's widely different from your usual games. This loading screen is taking forever. I don't know why. Probably because of the first game, and now we are in. Whoop, let me switch the scene. And now we have the blue team with the Aztecs on the bottom right hand side, and teal, and in blue we got the Celts on the bottom left hand side, and the red team is there, the Byzantines, top left. Red and orange we got the Slavs on the top right hand side. Let's see how this plays out. This map is quite interesting because this format offers some big fights, and having all these cliffs and hills and all these little choke points, offer some really cool strategic plays for all these civilizations. You already see going for the Boyas and the Aztecs. What are they doing? There, I have a cliff up here that could be abused by... Oh, look at how close they are together. Nothing really happening for them. Oh, look at that. We got scorpions going on here for the Celts. It's interesting. But we have seen the meta shift quite a bit. Some civilizations actually like to go for mass scorpions this time. We haven't seen that in the last tournament back in December of 2020, so maybe something changed. And they actually found out those scorpions are quite strong. We had our first fight. Got champions going up against boyars. And it seems like the boyars are cleaning up. Now pikemen streaming in also. But the Slavs are actually in control of this, and we have another fight down here. Got elite cataphracts against all these scorpions. So yeah, 5 minutes in and we are already in the late game. So that could be exciting to see in a tournament. This is of course just a showcase match. It's not scripted, it's live. I don't know what will happen in this game. Seems like the Byzantines have the upper hand. And the Slavs have the upper hand on this side. Look at those. Now they are raiding the base of the Celts. And they are leading. Team 1 is leading in points. No, Team 2. Sorry. Quite a good showing. And they are in control of the game. Sometimes you have one side winning and the other side losing, or vice versa, and it ends up in a 1 versus 1 when both bases are destroyed simultaneously of their opponents. These Aztecs are holding on better than the Celts. But I think both struggle quite a bit against the onslaught of the red team. Now look at that, there's almost nothing left for the Aztecs. The only villages they have mined down, 2 of them, and the rest are in the town center. But it seems like they have a little bit of space, but now they're much more coming their way. And now even the Byzantines are making the move up against the Incas. The blue team have quite a nice position here. A defensive 1, 2 castles and 3 trebuchets that don't do anything as of yet. They try to make their way into base and help out the teammates, but they are in control. So does this give the Celts enough space to recover? They are not attacked right now. Look at that. Oh god. I would live in constant fear if I were the Aztecs. Yeah, they are pretty much hopeless and lost. And the Byzantines still try to get in there. But this castle just proves to be too strong. And now they opt in for their own trebuchet. So this castle is slowly gonna go down. The Celts are still trying to get back into shape. Whoop. The base. We have lost the base of the Aztecs on the town center. Now it's only a matter of time. Sometimes one civilization can hold off against two if they have a massive fleet or have weakened their opponents enough. We already seen that in the quote-unquote bonus game when I messed up the matchmaking, where I think the Bohemians, was it? Some civilization took on two civilizations in the all-for-all match at the same time. They completely dominated the lobby. They were all over the place and had no difficulties going up against 1 versus 2. But now look at this. This truly gonna be game. Sometimes they resign, but I'm not sure what they are hoping for. They have trebuchets that are now getting attacks, and look at this swarm of warriors. Yeah, and the Celts have resigned just when they see this. Yeah, that's a scary force. So yeah, that was our showcase match. Just a quick one to get you into, tip our toes into the waters of what's to come. I'm not sure when exactly it will start, either directly next weekend or the weekend after. But let's see. It was pretty even in the beginning. The blue team actually had a little bit of an advantage the early mid game, but then it just snowballed out of control. They could not secure a win on one side. Oops. Okay, now let's get serious. We have on the schedule the grand finals of the ACT2, the All Civilizations 1 vs 1 AI tournament number 2. We have the Malians going up against the Incas, and the Incas have an insane winning statistic. 70% of their matches are won by them. They are crushing in this tournament. Let's take a quick look at our bracket here, how it all turned out. The Malians went up in the round of 16 against the Khmer, going 2-1 in the series. After that, they got up against the Franks in a pretty decisive series, 3-1, only lost one game in the series. And then we got Malians versus Koreans, which, as you can see, went back and forth. First game Malians, second game Koreans, third game Malians, fourth game Koreans. And of course, like the script said, the pattern said, Malians would win in the next game, and they did. So 3-2. Let's take a look at how the Incas have done it. Incas went up against the Magiars in the round of 16, 2-1. Also close series, but then they absolutely crushed the Slavs in a 3-0. So yeah, that's impressive. And then again, crushing in the semifinals. The Portuguese had absolutely no chance against them, even though they took one game that was pretty much an outlier. All the other games, the Incas were in complete control. They had some brilliant strategies prepared against the Portuguese, actually. And let's see if they can do it again against the Malians. That would be wild. It is a best of 7 this time. So the grand finals, that is. So you have to win at least 4 games to be the champion of the ACT2. And yeah, that's the bracket and our grand finals matchup. So let's set up our lobby and then get into our first match. Before we go into it, I will set up the game and we will take a short break. So see you soon in a minute. Alright, I am back and should be ready for our grand finals match. Malians against the Incas. Game 1 of the ACT2 grand finals. Let's find out who wins it all. Let's get into the game. Quickly change the overlay. Oh. Now we are good and in the game. We got the Malians on the top bottom left hand side in red. Malians, Castle H, and on the top side we got the Incas in Eel, Lion, whatever you want to call that. A bright shade of blue. So yeah, let's see how they open up the first game with everything on the line in the grand finals. You have to play perfect today. Do we go for some cheese? And it looks like The Malians want to secure the high ground of this hill, but no. It got blocked by the scout and they decided to go down the hill. We already got Siege Workshop right in front of it. Can they get it up? Could be, or could secure quite a nice position for them. It would be better if it was on the hill. Now the Incas are trying to move out and deny this castle. Can they do it? It's close, 91%. And I think they have got it. 99% and it's up. But we got a ram simultaneously spawning. They have to move quick, or else the Malians secure a pretty good position in the early game for themselves. Now, this ram does not know what to do in this position, just goes back and forth. Tries to go in, but it's very low on HP. And look at that. The Malians with a huge lead, it seems like. Taking out the villager that tries to repair the ram. That's a good move. Before it can do too much damage. But yeah, they have secured a pretty nice position for themselves. They don't have to worry about a raid through the middle by the Incas. And now the Incas going into the defensive or trying to strategize what to do next. How do they want to breach this position? Now we got even a repairer going on, popping off the castle. And right now, either of those do anything. Now the Incas move out. They're trying to get up some mangonels, but they are taken out instantly by the castle. Another one, and it's destroyed too. Now the Malians on the high ground with the crossbowmen and skirmishers. And this just seems like a tough position to break into as the Incas. But they have pulled out some very unique strategies which turned the tide of battle in their favor out of nothing. So we can't count out the Incas just yet, but it's hard to breach into this. They are in range of the castle of the Incas for the first time, pushing out. But look at that, the Incas, despite all of that, despite all of the disadvantages, somewhat still in control, at least of the map presence. Another mangonel shot down before it could do anything. And now the troops are thinning out for the Incas. The high ground advantage, probably too much. Very nicely played, and they actually destroyed the castle of the Incas with 3 rams sneaking in all alone. So not even I have seen that. Brilliantly played. The Malians are off to a good start against the titans that are the Incas. They have a 70% win rate overall. So that's completely insane by them. This rating could tank a bit today. The Malians keep up their performance like in this game. They have breached the defenses of the Incas, but they are still holding on, trying to push back. The economy hasn't taken too much damage yet, just a little bit on the front. But the rest of it looks quite healthy. But so do the Malians. They still have the high ground. This positioning is absolutely brilliant by them. It's so hard to push against that. The castle, the hill, with all these ranged units, just shooting hell from above. It would be interesting to see how the Incas try to solve that problem. I have no idea what you want to do. Maybe try to sneak in past Imperial age, go for trebuchets, take down a castle, and then maybe try to push up against the hill and take the high ground. They have the high ground for now, but maybe they mistimed their push. Only now the Rams go in there, but their troops are suffering. Now these Rams are unprotected. Maybe they have mistimed the push. They should have waited longer. They took too much damage in the meantime. But still, they don't let up the pressure and are taking down. It seems like the castle. This could work. They have enough Rams. They have villagers repairing the Rams. And this seems like the new meta. We see that all the time. Villagers on the Rams. That seems unstoppable. If you don't take out the vills and have a strong push. With that, now the base is open. They are in the base of the Malians. Is this a comeback? The Malians are up. Or were up, I believe, over 1,000 points up until now. They are still in the lead, around 500. Now it's more like 400. Basically, the lead is shrinking from moment to moment, and the Incas are in control. And that's what I'm talking about. These brilliant comebacks and strategies by the Incas. You can't count them out. They have done it multiple times by now. And it's absolutely insane how they do it consistently. Like in the game of the Slavs. They won the early game hard in this game. Then the Slavs came back and almost took the town center. And then just out of nowhere, the Incas pushed back and actually won the game in the end. And stuff like that happened also in the semi-finals against the Portuguese. Together with some brilliantly executed early game strategies. And now they are onto the town center of the Malians. And this is going to be game 1 of our grand finals. Absolutely brilliant by the Incas. That's insane. Look at that. The Malians had the military lead. Pretty much. Units killed. Look at that. They almost have 100 units killed more than the Incas. But the Incas still won. That's completely insane. What they can do. 21 minutes. Pretty even throughout the game, actually. They held on best as they could. The Incas then just secured the win in the end. It was a slow slope to the top. But yeah, if we get more games like this could be an insane finals. Let's hope we get some more exciting games. Let me update all the scores. Here. So that's 1 point on the board for the Incas. Alright, updated all the scores. Go back into the lobby. Let's see how the Malians are gonna answer to that. They had a strong game, but somehow the Incas just persevere all kinds of situations and still come out on top. And talking is hard and say it enough. But yeah, let's go into our second game of our grand finals in the best of 7 Malians versus Incas. Go. Right in here. Now in red on the top right hand side got the Malians. And on the left hand side of the map we got teal, the Incas. Quickly update or overlay. Good. All right. Have a little bit of downtime in the first few minutes of the game, so that's okay. Now let's see how they open up with their castle placement. Are they both opt in for this hill on the left hand side? No, it's pretty in the middle, because both are kind of left-ish on the side of the map. So this hill in the middle could come in handy for them. Both are trying to secure this position with a wood line right through the middle. Seems like both are getting up this castle no problem. Could be interesting matchup here. Both have taken the hill. Now we got our infamous castle shooting, the arrow spam doing absolutely nothing. Gonna take hundreds of years to get something done. Let's see, what are they trying to do now? Have some sort of formation down here. Maybe some kind of ritual by the Incas. Malians do the same. Going for quite a few crossbowmen. And the scout pushing in the zebras quite effectively. Now struggling a bit. The zebra wants to escape and it escapes. Now that's not optimal, but still okay. This arrow fight still going on in the middle. These Gebettos are trying to escape, but they get shot down right on spawn. I'm not sure what was this villager going to do. I'm not sure. Still spawn, that's just wasting resources. There is no escape. Oh, one got away and another got taken down. Now the Incas make the first move. They have the lead in the series. Only one game. They need to win 3 more. Would accrue them a nice position if they go up 2-0 in the series. Let's see how this all plays out. Now the Malians answering with their own troops, taking back the lead. Now this castle of the Incas, a little bit more damage than the one of the Malians. But no siege yet. They are building a stable. Interesting. No rams. Yeah. Maybe they are going for the long game. Trying to whittle down this castle slowly. I'm not sure what they are thinking. Can be hard to take that. You have to make a decisive push with siege and enough units behind or in front. Now both building in archer range. Location down here. Pretty remote. Now we got a monk of the Incas taking a relic. Sneaking through the map. And what? How did I miss that? The Incas in the Imperial age with a trebuchet. Out of nothing. I wish I had capture age, but sadly that's not an option. You can't observe games in skirmish mode, and that's the only way to enjoy AI versus AI games. Maybe if this gets big enough, the developers will make it happen. I don't think they will just do that just for me. Now 2 trebuchets together with mangonets down there. The monks. But those traps are alone. Never mind. they aren't alone. They have a castle in the back. A knight try to get in there, take out it. That's hard. And now the Incas are pushing out. They know they now have the advantage. The Malians desperately trying to get up another castle, but all of those get cancelled out. Researching bloodlines? No! Did it get cancelled? Did they destroy the building before it could get done? I don't think it would have mattered. Now the Incas are going to town and the base of the Malians. Oh, again, so out of nothing, the Incas just with an insane push. Feels like they have mastered the art of just staying calm and executing perfectly, and that's game 2 by the Incas in this grand finals. The Incas are impressing me with every game they play. Look at that. That's completely stale. And out of nothing, there's the Imperial Age. Completely missed that. I did not expect... It's 9 minutes in. How do you expect that? The game ended in 60 minutes. And in minute 9, they were up in the Imperial Age. Completely bonkers. I've seen games go into the 40-minute range and no one got up to the Imperial Age. Can also happen. But congratulations to the Incas with another brilliant game. Strong performances all around in this tournament. And they will enjoy the win rate going up even more. They were at 70% before this grand finals. And now they are up 2-0 against the Malians. Can they sweep them 4-0? That would be absolutely insane. So let's again update our scores all throughout. Another win for the Incas. All right, good to go. I think go back into our lobby, updated all the score. There's so much to keep track of outside of the tournaments and in between the games even. So apologies, it goes quiet for a minute. But now we are ready for our third game in this best of 7 in the grand finals of the ACT2. Malians going up against the Titans, it seems, the Incas. They are completely dominating this tournament. Almost feels like they figure out their opponents to the teeth. They know what to do, they know their weaknesses, and they play like that. It's pretty impressive. Even though it's quote-unquote just AI. still exciting nonetheless. So let's get into our third game. Incas, of course, 2 games up, and the Malians now have the answer. They can't let the Incas get away with another win here. It's just way too hard to get back into a best of 7 if you are down 3 games. That's even true in all other esports, even with real players. But now we have the Malians in red on the right hand side of the map, and then here we got the Incas on the left hand side. So no close spawn yet. They are always pretty far apart. But I think the Incas have no problem with that. Or they have taken 2 games of the series. Is there another interesting position? No, it's mostly flat ground. Just a little hill on at the left. No. Incas this time opt in for the defensive castle. Lion RNG. And the Malians go for pretty central castle, pretty much in the center of the map. Their builders are in a good position outside of the crossbowmen, and they get it up. That could secure them a nice position to take control of the map. Not automatically a win, but at least for the early game they don't have to worry. They can expand all the way, but of course they have to defend it. If the Incas just go in with 3 whams and no protection of the castle, it will go down out in the open. See what they do. They have secured them a little bit of space, much needed space. Down 2 games already. They need a win here. Now for a push. But the Incas taking the high ground. They play so intelligently. Always with the big brain moves. Let's see how the Malians try to breach there. Look at that castle. Surrounded by buildings. It's gonna be so hard to get rams in there. And these Incas are impressing me quite a bit. The Malians return to the base. They had no success in breaching the Incas with their massive... They completely changed the playstyle in this game, going completely defensive. This is just brilliant. So it's up to the Malians how they want to go about breaching the base. Now going in for another push. But no siege with it. You have the defender's advantage. Could be no problem to hold. Even got a mangonel. Gonna get a good shot. Ooh, got 4 Gebetos in one hit. That's massive. Even in the micro, they are outplaying every opponent they face. And I swear there's no actual player behind it. All just the AI going up against itself. Maybe it likes some civilizations more than others. I'm not sure. We clearly see some trends in the statistics, but of course every civilization has its unique flair and their bonuses. And we have these unique settings in the game for the tournaments. But it's still pretty even. Despite all that has happened in this game, the Malians lead roughly around 100 points. We have the monastery. Are they trying to go into the Imperial age now? That could happen for both of these civilizations. Because at this point, it's gonna be hard to breach your opponents. The Malians are more out in the open. This castle a little bit more unprotected. They only have a little bit of wood lines besides. But the Malians are expanding to the center of the map. The Incas keep it mostly compact, only taking wood far up north. We got 4 mangonels shooting down everything that comes to them. Look at all these dead units. And at this point I'm just waiting for the Incas to make another miraculous push, simply out of nowhere. So it seems like their opponents have a ticking time bomb in their hands. They have to throw it out of the window as soon as they can. But the problem is this time bomb is strapped to their hands with duct tape. And as you all know, duct tape is undestroyable. Don't know what I'm talking about, but that's the state of the game. Just going back and forth. Again, trying to go in. Now even taking the lumber camp at the castle. That's funny. There are 900 points in the lead. Maybe it's because all of the expansion. That's the thing I was talking about. With the castle, right before they even got it up, I said they will secure map control with it, and they can expand aggressively. And that's what they are doing. But this defensive position of the Incas also quite daunting. It's so hard to break. You basically have to take down these archery ranges and or other buildings first. Or you could just go into the Imperial Age and go for trebuchets. Look at all these units by the Malians. Maybe it's not even close to needed, but I would still go for some sort of siege, because even with that many of units you can still fall if you take too much damage off the castle. That's quite the army. Good mangonel shot again. But this cast is sniping the mangonel. Just this cast alone, just focus firing this mangonel in between all the other units. Good job. And now someone goes up to the Imperial Age, who I believe it's the Malians. I always forget which point of view I have. It is the Malians. Researching the elite Gepetto. And now the Incas go around the castle and try to sneak in from behind, going for something unique. Now they have the castle surrounded, trying to intercept from multiple sides. They have a ram on top of the castle. So that's a brilliant counter attack. You need to destroy this castle, or else you have trebuchet soon in your face. But maybe that's not happening. Will it? Malians desperately trying to hold this position. Even though they are... No! Both are up in the Imperial Age now. So this lead will eventually even out. Maybe up in the Malians, they have the lead for now. They are up almost 2,000 points. Now they are. But look at this aggressive expansion. Another castle down here. And they are fighting out like Zergs in StarCraft 2. Or StarCraft in general. And they still hold on. They have held the position here. That could have gone very badly for them if they had lost this castle. But they held on with the teeth. But still, this defensive position of the Incas. Another castle down here. Another one somewhere else. Nope. They still have a healthy economy. But look at this map presence of the Malians. They are in complete control. And if this game goes on longer, they will have the advantage. That's for sure. Now what is this? Just standing there? Maybe now the APM can't keep up. Or the AI can't keep up the APM. Little bit of mismicring. But that's a massive force. Over 50, that's for sure. Now maybe just trying to gun down this castle without siege, just range units. Or do they try to wrap around the bottom side? But there's a castle there. What is this? Look at that! The Malians! These lumber camps of the Malians. They are everywhere. And now we got the trebuchet. That is gonna make life way much easier for them. Or way easier without the much. And they are in the driver's seat of this game. Now look at that. Even a mining camp in the middle of nowhere. Another mining camp, why not? And another one. This game is something else. They have breached the first building, another one goes down, the castle will soon fall too. And this is surely gonna be the game for the Malians. Sooner or later. This lead is massive. 3,000 points up. The Incas have to pull out something massive if they want to win this. But I don't think there will be a miraculous comeback in this game. Malians not giving up despite down 2 games in the series in this best of 7. And now slowly taking the base, pushing in from all sides. Down on the top, right through the middle, on the left, right. Still got one castle in the defensive, but quite far back. Another one down here, but that's probably not helping. And now this will be the game. And it is. The Malians are not out yet. They take one right back. Not quite evening out the series, but it's a start. We don't want to see them go down 3-0 in the series. So 2-1. Incas still in the lead. How long did this game go? 35 minutes and 51 seconds. That sometime. Update the scores. Go back to the lobby. The one for the Incas still. Malians. A solid game. Taking it right back. Can they keep up this performance? It is a start. They haven't played badly in all the other games. The Incas just tiny bit too strong in their approaches and especially their mid to late game. Before we get into our next game, there will be another short break. 3 right back in a minute, and then we go on to game 4 in this best of 7. We'll see you soon. I am back. I am excited that we have such a good series on our hands in the grand finals. Always the worry that it will be a complete stomp, no competition at all. But got a good series on our hands. Let's get right into our next game. The 4th game in this best of 7. The Incas are up 2-1. Malians took 1 right back in the last game. Can they keep up the performance and even out the series? Would be exciting to see. Let's get right into our next game. We are in the game and my neighbor is, I don't know what he's doing, but it's loud. Hope you don't hear it. Or is it extracting? But we are in our 4th game. The Malians in red are on the bottom right hand side. I had some interesting spawns that took me out of the loop, with the Incas on the top of the map in Imperial. Interesting spawns. Berries on in the front. This hill that could come in handy if they decide to go onto the defensive again. It did not work out in all the other games. They played more aggressively. This time they went up to defend, and it seems like they move out and now switch up the game plan again. Did not work out the last game. So do the Malians. Look at that, the Incas just moving out all their forces. Can they do some early damage with this? I forgot to update the overlay, but now it's good. Malians 1, Incas 2 in this best of 7. Incas still trying to do some damage. They are in the lead, roughly 200 points. With this, securing some early adventure. Now going with a ram. Oh no. Wait. So this castle can shoot down on this one, but that one can shoot back? How is this working? Have the Incas more range? They have more range. Alright. Is it a civ bonus or some sort of upgrade? I didn't know that. I have to look it up. Or someone with more experience can explain that to me. The Malians. Barely holding on. What is this ram? It's on a mission. It wanted to just go for the town center. Did not work out at all. But it's just funny to see. Just going in all alone. Trying to do a sneaky move. But the Malians intercepted. So this castle going down bit by bit or arrow by arrow. Now these few units trickling in what seems like insane position for the Incas this time. It worked out for the Malians in the last game, but now both are in the same position, almost, with the Incas having the range advantage. Now coming in with mangonels, your skirmishes finally taking some damage. Ooh, dodging shots with this skirmisher, but got gunned down. Ooh. We got 6 mangonels up here waiting for something. But this something has to be soon, because the castle is going down almost at 50% HP. Or half HP, that was unnecessary to say. Every 60 seconds in Africa a minute passes, if you didn't know that. And water is also wet. But the Incas, interestingly, don't really answer to this assault. Never mind, right when I say that, they move out. They could just secure it, repair the castle, and it's topped off again. Maybe that's why they weren't sweating. All calculated for them. Now moving out all these mangonels together with pikemen. And this time the Incas have complete map control. Now even going in with rams. But they have quite a few siege options here. 6 mangonels, 3 rams, and even the Kameyuks. That looking like scary push. What can the Malians do against that? It seems like they don't have too much, and look at these points. Malians, the Incas, almost up 3k points. Two and a half, more like. But that lead will skyrocket soon. The castle out in the open got taken down, but the Malians couldn't push out, so they couldn't do anything about it. Going down. And now they are approaching the 3k lead, but it's probably... This game is just... Again, the Incas out of nowhere, just with an insane push. They love their timing attacks. That's something we haven't seen much, really. Maybe that's the new meta. They have figured out what to do. They have the strongest mid to end game attacks. Maybe in the next tournament, the other civilizations will copy that from them. But it seems like the Incas figured out the meta. Another brilliant win. Look at that, the graph. Just... yes, pretty innocent looking. But another win secured for the Malians. The Incas, sorry. 16 minutes, 15 seconds. Let's go back right in the lobby. That was good. So the Incas up 3-1. They are on match point now. They only need one more win to win the trophy of the ACT2, win the tournament. The second tournament in AoE AI. Pretty exciting to see. Can the Malians push back? I want to see game 7 today. But the Malians, the Incas, switching it up again. The Incas are just looking way too strong. In the last few series, even against the Slavs, I believe, was it in the quarterfinals? No problem there. In the semifinals against the Portuguese, also absolutely no problem. And the Incas are looking again strong in this series. The grand finals, the ACT2. So without further ado, get into our next game. What have we got here? The lobby. And yes, let's go into the 5th match. This best of 7. Incas in the driver's seat, up 3-0 in on match point, and let's get into it. Was a quick load. Polo always there with us. Double market, if you didn't know, the AI always does that. They already did that in the first tournament back in December of 2020. There you go, double market also for the Incas. And the Incas are on the right hand side of the map in teal. And in red we got the Malians on the left hand side. fast spawns again. Have we got a close spawn yet? I don't think so. In this. Let's see what they do. Got the goats. And I'm getting hungry. Slowly. Maybe I'll... For the occasion, to celebrate the occasion and the exciting things that are to come to the AoE AI universe. Maybe I'll order some pizza today. Haven't got that in forever. Quite neat. Incas again, both opt in for not going too aggressive, but pretty far out in the open with the castles on opposite sides. And the Malians already storing up 2 rams. This could be massive. Just taking out the castle in the early game. That would net them quite a big of lead. Where are these rams now? Just rolling around in town. Now the Incas moving out. This time the castle is not in range of the other castle. Now we got the Mangana first shot, not really hitting anything. Second one does not hit anything too. So no value out of that. Got the siege workshop up on the hill. Castle would have been better. Yeah, just switch that around. Castle up on here. And siege workshop maybe down there. Would have been much better. But here we are in the game. Where are those rams? They are not utilizing them as of yet. I don't even know where they are. There, one. Maybe they are waiting for the right opportunity or moment to strike. It seems like this moment could be now. They are pushing back. The Incas are retreating. The rams just top of the castle. Got Mangana against Mangana. Oh, it got repaired. Whoever this villager was is a hero. Repaired the Mangana probably on its last HP or 2. Now going strong still. Still here shooting down. Mostly missing, but whatever. It has done its job. Where are those rams again? Oh, they are on top of the castle. Sneaking in there. Almost missed it, but now... Okay. The Incas pretty much ignoring the downfall or disaster that is going here. And now again, the sneaky villager castle trying to shoot down it. Shoot it down. Just repairing those rams, and that should be enough. I don't know what's on the mind of the Incas right now. They are still trying to push against this position of the Malians. But it does not seem like it's working out. Malians up over 1 1,000 points by now. And is this the comeback in this series? They lost the first 2 games, and maybe they win this and go up against 2-2 in this best of 7. No, Incas have 3 wins in the belt. Never mind that. It would be 2-3. Incas still on match point, but at least this tournament isn't over yet. That's what I wanted to say. We would still have more games to go. How exciting it would be if we go to game 7. Well, let's see. The Malians are looking good in this. They have taken the map control after a slow start to the game. But it's always hard to push against these open positions. But now they have taken control. They are starting to push in. Starting to take out the farms and the villagers working on it. They have more down here. But that could be breached soon too. I'm loving this series, these grand finals of our second All Civilizations 1 vs 1 AI tournament. The Incas are still somewhat holding on. But I think it will in time be too much for them. We are still not going up into the Imperial Age. Maybe this lead is enough. We are almost 2.5k up on the Malians in points. Massive lead. Now the Incas finally getting some ground, taking back a little bit of real estate. But there's still this castle they have to take down, and with just these few units I don't think it will be enough. They all get taken down, and now look at this. There's strong push coming their way. And this could be the last push for this game. The last push the Malians need to win it and stay in the series. The Incas are on match point. They only need one more game to win this tournament. But the Malians are holding on. They are holding on to dear life. Now losing quite a bit of the units again. To this town center, to this last defense, this desperate defense of the Incas. Imagine they just win it out of nowhere again, but no, I don't think that will be. The Malians are now up in the Imperial Age, and that is surely gonna be the game. Soon, I mean. Now rams slowly rolling in, upgraded to capped rams, and those will Do some quick work with the town center. Now look at the farm glitching. Maybe they spelled out SOS. Please help. With the farm Morse code. And yeah, this is gonna be the game. So good on the Malians. Do not get too disheartened in this series. Not giving up, staying in there and fighting back. Taking one right back. They are still behind, but one step closer to evening out this series. They would have to win 2 more times to win this, while the Incas have to win 1 more game. 2 more chances. Yeah, at least 2 more chances. The Malians have to win every game at this point. Forget to switch to the lobby. Yeah, let's quickly update our scores. Again, there's so much to keep track of. There you go. What was the time? 22 minutes and 17 minutes. Seconds. Whoops. Oh god. All right. Now let's go back. Schedule. And we got another one for the Malians. Good lord. 2 to 3. Up for the Incas. What an exciting grand finals we have. I'll quickly get a cup of water and then we go right into our 6th game of this series. Still going strong. See you in a minute. All right. Let's get into the lobby. We have the Malians going up against the Incas in the grand finals of the ACT2. The Incas leading 3-2 in the series. In this best of 7, they have to win 1 more game to be the champions and winners of the tournament. Well, the Malians have to push back and win 2 more games. Can they do it? Let's find out. There we have it. We have in red on bottom side of the map the Malians. And on the left-hand side of the map, we got in teal the Incas. Forgot to switch the scene. Apology for that. Let's also update our overlay. Now, there we have it. Malians, Incas up 3-2. Do they decide to do the other way around? In this game, we are up, and that's an instant defensive castle. In a pretty neat position in between those archer range and force, or maybe there will be more added to that. Similar to what the Incas have done in this one game, but they have lost it one, so not enough. And the Incas with the high ground, excellent positioning. Ooh, that could change the game quite a bit, especially in the early game. Well, let's see. If all the fighting breaks out on the top side, this castle won't do much. But let's see. If it's going down in this middle, this castle can just rain down arrows through the center. And look at that. This range man. Both go in with rams already. The Malians know this position. If they don't try to take it now, it's gonna be hard. And the Incas are moving out, trying to defend this push by the Malians. The ram still healthy enough. Can the Malians push out? Their siege workshop is suffering quite a bit with the ram of the Incas. Ooh, they have taken out the ram with the Gepetto. Can they take out this castle? It would be huge for them, because this positioning on the high ground is deadly. This ram is still going strong. Half HP, it's going down faster and faster. Probably not enough. They would need one more. But now it's not. This push could just fall flat. Now the siege workshop is getting taken out. Maybe the Incas have done enough to hold off this push. Now they are moving out. Going out again with 3 mangonels, a 4th one added. The Incas with 1,000 points in the lead. And too crazy, but all these mangonels, so hard to push it. Those skirmishers got blasted. Look at that. Was it the Portuguese or the Incas that went for mass mangonels in one of the games? I'm not sure anymore, but we have seen this. There was one game where they pretty much won the game with only 2 mangonels, with villagers repairing in the base. Now the Incas are looking healthy and strong in this game. They are on match point. At this push by the Malians had gone right or wrong for the Incas, that would have changed again, but they held on to this position with the castle on the high ground. That's excellent positioning. And now they have the map control. The Malians are still somewhat holding on. But it feels like very slow rolling downfall for them. They need to have a trick in the bag. And getting rid of these units would be the first step. Now that's a waste of units. Are the Malians panicking? They know they have to win this or else their tournament life is over. Well, they have made it into the grand finals. That's a feat in itself, but of course you want to win it all. The Incas have looked too strong in the past few series, and in this series. Up on match point. Already taken 3 games. No Civ in Imperial Age just yet. Not sure if any of those are thinking about that. But the Incas with the comfortable lead. Still up roughly 1,000 points. That has not grown or shrunk yet. So the Malians are just barely holding on onto their tournament life. But they need to do more than that. That's for sure. Let's take a quick look at the economies. That's looking pretty healthy. They can boom all the way. And hello there. What was the pronunciation again? Something like Dirge McBee. I have forgotten. What is up? Oh yeah, nice. You tuned in and at the right time. We had some fantastic games already. So if you want to check out the VOD, I also had new announcements at the start of the stream, and also showing off the new datasheet. It's not completely finished yet, but as soon as we have it up and running, it goes up into the public. But if you want to check it out, the VOD will be up on YouTube later. But this tournament isn't over yet. It could be over in a few minutes. If the Incas win it, they win the tournament. And really, all the games we had today were pretty unique. And even though I've casted over 200 games by now, it feels like every game has something else going on. Of course, there are similarities, and I call it meta. But yeah, it's quite fascinating. And even though the map never changes, the settings never change, but I will work on that too. There's new tournament formats coming. The next one will be a 2 versus 2 tournament. I have shown a showcase match earlier this stream. What's going on there? The interesting thing about that, it's all these civilizations will start in the Imperial Age. So pretty much in the late game right from the start. And the cool thing is you will see all sorts of unique units in a team setting. That's gonna be wild, having a tournament with that, and also an all-for-all tournament. Oh yes, no, in this game no one made it Imperial. There's normally it depends. In this series, especially the Incas got up to Imperial Age, I believe in minute 9 in the game. So very early. Now it's 23 minutes into the game, still in the Castle Age. But they have the lead, and it's looking even more likely for them to win this game and the tournament. Sorry if I have trailed off there, but there's so much going on within AoE AI. I will even introduce, because the thing is with these tournaments, they all have pretty unique settings, especially catered to having fast-paced games without pretty much any downtime. Most of the fighting will happen in just a few minutes into the game, and it's action-packed right from the start, and with completely normal settings those can take forever. But I will introduce ranked matchmaking for the AI with all the classic competitive settings with a map pool, and that will go on simultaneously throughout the week outside of all the tournaments. So you will have another data set of statistics with that. And yeah, there's so much new content coming your way. And the Incas are completely in control of this game. I think at this time, oh, they are in Imperial Age actually. But they are probably already celebrating their victory. Got the siege rams slowly rolling in. And now going up against the town center. Let's look at it. Ooh, that's going down fast. And yeah, we have our winners of the second All Civilizations 1 vs 1 AI tournament in the Incas. That's excellent performance by them. Especially the Incas games in the last series against the Labs in the quarterfinals and the semifinals against the Portuguese. They completely dominated those series. The Malians had some few good games. They held on better than other civilizations. But the Incas, man, they are just too strong in this. They have figured out pretty much all their opponents and maybe even the meta. They have done some pretty unique strategies. But that is the game. And when you're right in here, I can quickly show you the... Oh no, you go onto YouTube and look up the demo of the AI datasheet. AoE AI datasheet. Ah, that's some clickbait right there. But yeah, 28 minutes, 1 second in this game. And we will quickly change to the overall bracket and look at that, how they all turned out after updated this one. 4-2 for the Incas in the grand finals in this best of 7. Congratulations. Saving my score here on challenge. And there we have it. That's the final bracket and the outcome. Spoiler alert, of course, but you're here for the grand finals already. Incas 4-2 against the Malians. And look at these. 3-1 Portuguese, 3-0. And struggleability here, but very strong performance by the Incas. Yeah, that's second game, second tournament already over. And yeah, next one will be the 2 vs 2 tournament, together with all the ranked games throughout the week. And yeah, let's see what we have in store. I'm even planning, that's the thing, the community is pretty small right now, but if it grows, I am planning, or I want to do a tournament with the Krakenmeister civilizations, the custom civilizations you can make, but with community submissions. I don't want to do this all on my own, but it would be fun to have the community submit their unique and own civilizations, and those go up in a tournament, AI tournament, of course. So it could be exciting, but it all needs to grow for that. I can't do that on my own. But yeah, that is our tournament. I'm glad you joined in, even though it was late and already in the final game. But yeah, of course, if you want to check it out, it's on YouTube. Oh no, I'm spoilering. I'm just copy pasting this in chat if you want to check it out. But yeah, that's the dashboard, only the dashboard for the datasheet. There's quite a few sheets in there with data and statistics. A little teaser. If you want to find out more, check the YouTube and the introduction of today's stream. So, what are you doing today? Are you streaming today, Dersh? Oh, nice. I'll probably hang around there. Oh god. That's not healthy. At least stay hydrated. That's important. Yeah, probably. Nice. Now, why are the people now joining at the end of the stream? I was completely alone the whole time throughout the craziness that has happened in these games, in the grand finals, and now the people are joining. So, again, if you want to see what happened today, the VOD will go up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I will do quick work of that, so expect that to go up in a few hours. We had excellent games today, so don't miss out on that. But yeah, you already see the spoilers in here. But either way, those games were excellent. Just look it up. Regardless, I'm still glad you are all joining. If you want to see more, there are more tournaments coming. The next one will be a 2 versus 2 tournament with a pretty unique setting. And we will introduce ranked games with ELO for all the AI civilizations. So that will be something new and exciting. I'm working on a big datasheet with all kinds of statistics of all the games we have played, which are over 200 by now and will grow in the future for sure. So yeah, all sorts of new content coming. If you want to see that, be sure to follow the channel, because I'm also pushing in pushing in for the affiliate status. I'm almost there. I only need just a few more clicks. So if you want to help out, that would be fantastic. Yeah, otherwise I don't know what to talk about. This we have our winners of the ACT2. The Incas have won in spectacular fashion. But yeah, that's sadly the end of the stream today, but be sure to check it out when I'm live next time. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Whoever you are, I appreciate that.